Hey guys, Unfrequented World, and today we're out in the field. We're going to test the new Equinox software update to the Equinox 600, which has added a whole new set of iron bias settings. We can still run the original settings, and at any time we can switch to the new settings. I'll show you guys how to do that. We're going to sweep the field with the 6-inch coil. When we find those iffy signals, like in the last video, I was getting all kinds of nails that were ringing up good. We couldn't discrim them out. We're going to switch to the new settings and see if the machine behaves any better. So let's get at it. You'll also notice on my belt today we're using the F-pulse. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that on actually. So with the F-pulse turned on, I actually did a frequency adjustment on the Equinox, and then I waved the pulse close to the coil, 6-7 inches away. I wasn't picking anything up, so hopefully that'll do it for today. Okay, so to get into your iron to scrim settings, you have to scroll all the way over to the right here, and if you hold down the settings button, where it says FE, that is your normal discrimination settings, okay? And we're on level 2, so we're on field 2, iron discrim 2. You can raise or lower it with the plus or minus. And if you push the check mark button over here, that now takes you to the whole new iron bias settings. When it says F2, those are the new bias settings. So you have to upgrade your machine to software version 2 to be able to access those with the plus X button. So here on Park 1 with FE set to 3, the other day I was picking up all kinds of nails. So we're going to swing the field here, see if we can get some good signals. When we do, we're going to switch the iron to F2 discrimination and see if it weeds out the signal any better. Okay, so we are actually going to start on Park 1, FE1, and I've got a signal here. $17, $19, $20, $15. Let's try moving up. Let's try moving up the discrim to 3 and see what kind of signal we get. It's still there. Signal is still there. 14, 15, 16. Again, guys, I don't know what this is. We're in a nail bed. Let's try the new iron settings. Still reading it, 15, 19, 20. Let's try bumping up to number 3. Still reading it. Actually 22, 24, 28 there. So this is actually now the new the new settings are giving me a much higher signal. So let's dig it and find out what it is. Well, there's what it is. A big old rusty iron nail. I don't know. So far, the new settings I don't know what to say. Let's keep going here. I'm kind of going, what's going on? I'm still getting the crummy signals here from nails, and we couldn't discrim that out, even with the new iron settings. Okay, I've got another signal here. I've turned on the iron audio for this one to show you guys. So this one is showing, that it's probably a nail. But we're in a nail bed, so I wonder if the coil's here and I got a coin and I move over here and there's a nail beside it, am I not going to pick up iron beside it? Well, see, look at that. We moved over and the signal was much better. So that good signal right up to 28 is on the new settings. So let's go back to, these are the original iron bias settings. "20, 27. So again, this is ringing out. It's definitely not a solid, this is a coin signal, but you'd be an idiot not to dig something that rings up to 27. You know, definitely something there. Is it something beside a nail, or is it just a nail? And we cannot discriminate out either way. Okay, so in this case, it's not an actual iron nail. It is a little nail. It's some kind of galvanized, tiny little thing. And I have checked the hole. I have checked the plug again. This definitely is what's making the machine go off. Okay, so I found a third item here. 17, 18, 20, 29. And that's on the regular FE settings. Switch to the new one, F2. "28, 26, 17, 22. Well, this one is way down there, and it is big iron. I just felt something on the shovel. I don't know if it's a horseshoe or what. Right there, you can see the edge of it. Let's get it out of here. I'm betting horseshoe, maybe. Okay, you guys can see it down there. It's not a horseshoe. It's a long piece of iron. I don't know. I can't get it out without digging a ginormous hole, so we're just going to move on. But again, there's a fail. It's detecting iron. I mean, it's still a mixed signal, but why is it not discriminating that iron out of there? So, now I know we're using the 6-inch coil. Is this just an issue with the 6-inch coil? In the next video, I think we're just going to put the regular coil back on and kind of redo this test. But for today, we're going to stick with the 6-inch coil and just see what kind of stuff we're pulling up in the nail bed. So far, I'm not too thrilled with the results. I got to be honest. In other news, this thing is working like a charm. I'm not detecting, it's not setting off the detector or anything. I just make sure I set, the detector 1.5 feet over there. And deep, this thing is working fantastic. I'm liking it. Okay, 16, 18. Again, it's showing this could be something iron or something beside iron. See, I moved over a 1/2 inch there. Now I'm getting a better signal with no iron. Right there. Well, still, I never know. I know there's something there. And again, that was on, so that's on the FE normal iron bias setting. Let's try the new bias setting. 16, 18, 19, 20. Pretty solid. And it's not reading any iron. Look at that, no iron. Okay, so I just lifted up the plug, and sticking out right here is a piece of wire. Yep, that's what it was. So that is not iron. Bring it 17, 18. Okay, so now in this instance, the new iron bias setting gave me a better tone on this. We're going to check this hole to make sure there's no nails in here with this thing. Let's do that. But the iron bias, the new settings were better than the original in this case. Okay, so I scanned it. That piece of wire was the only thing in this hole. So I'm not sure why I was getting such an iron signal on the 6-inch coil there. Wasn't iron. I think that's copper, actually. Got a real tight, real good little signal here. Now I'm not getting it. Switched hands. It was very tight right here. Well, look at that. Bottle cap. That's disappointing to me. With the 11-inch coil, I have no problem discriminating out bottle caps. I know what they are. They don't ring up high at all. This is the first cap that I've dug with the Equinox that I was like, huh. It didn't ring in a solid number. I'm starting to feel that this 6-inch coil isn't discriminating any better than my large coil in trashy areas. I'm starting to feel that the only reason to own this coil would be for bush hunting, water hunting, and in tight spaces. I don't like that conclusion, guys. That's a pretty good signal. Sounding signal. Okay, so 26, like I would say, with the big coil, other than this thing bouncing around all over, that sounds like a coin. There it is, 9 inches down. A friggin' square nail. You gotta be kidding me. Neither iron bias setting would discriminate out that square nail. MyLab, I think you still got some work to do with this 6-inch coil here. I don't know, I haven't tried it with the 11-inch, but the 6-inch, it's doing nothing for me. So again, guys, this is just my testing, my soil. I don't know if anybody else is actually doing tests like this. I don't see anybody else doing it. But I wanted to prove that this 6-inch coil could get in there and find good items in the trash better than the 11-inch coil, which is a big part of the reason why I bought it. But I'm not seeing that. What are you guys seeing? Is anybody else testing this? If you guys know any videos where other people are testing this, let me know, especially after this update. Maybe they need to do a whole new set for the 6-inch coil. And I haven't tried the 11-inch yet, so I can't say for certain, but so far I'm disappointed with the 6-inch coil and iron discrimination. I was disappointed in the last video. I didn't really make a big point of it because it was a new coil on the machine, and I thought, I'm just not used to it. But it's not helping me get anything out of these iron beds if I got to stop and dig nails all the time. And that's exactly what's happening.